Let's talk about hemispatial neglect, starting with this picture of a cat. If any one of you were instructed to draw this cat, your representation would look something like this, with both sides intact and looking pretty similar to this original here. However, what if I told someone with a right posterior parietal cortex lesion to draw that same cat? Unfortunately, we would end up with a sad-looking cat, with only its right side intact. What we see here is hemispatial neglect of the left side. And for some patients, mainly those who suffered from stroke or forms of Alzheimer's disease, this hemispatial neglect is a harsh reality. Essentially, half their world disappears, and the worst part is they are unaware that they are missing the left side. Say, when they're eating something, they're missing half of the plate, the left side of the plate. So just to rewind, let's look at the type of lesion that causes this neglect. A right posterior parietal lesion. Now, the posterior parietal lobe, Roman area 5 and 7, is responsible for multisensory integration, motor planning, and attention control. So this part's really important, attention control. So, with a lesion to the right posterior parietal lobe, attention control to the left side is deteriorated. This is in contrast with a condition called hemianopia, which is a primary sensory deficit, where a part of the visual world is lacking, and so you see these patients constantly, moving their heads to make up for the lack of visual field in the area. And for neglect, however, the patients are completely unaware that they are missing the left side. So, let's go back to this drawing here. And if I drew to the patient's attention that, this cat, it has two eyes, but here you only drew it with one eye, did you realize that you did this? The patient would probably say something like, oh dear, I wonder how I missed that, because they are completely unaware that they are missing this left side. So neglect is caused by a right lesion of the posterior parietal cortex, and thus involves brain processes involved in attention, and unlike hemianopia, has nothing to do with your eyes. The eyes are just slaves to the attention system. Thank you.